Hello, I'm Jonasz Lewiński and you're watching Break the Fake. They make them, we break them and tell you everything you need to know. Russian ruble, once a proud symbol of Soviet strength and now a punchline in global finance. Despite the dollar soaring to a breezy 105 rubles, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov is assuring the nation there is absolutely nothing to worry about. Russians won't even notice the exchange rate, he says confidently, because they are paid in rubles. Brilliant logic, Dmitry. By that measure, nobody notices inflation because, well, I guess their wallet still exists, right?
Зарплату в какой валюте получаете? А у нас львиная доля всех взаиморасчетов с Казахстаном осуществляется в рублях и в тенге. Что вызывает наше удовлетворение.
As the ruble tumbles into oblivion, the Russian economy seems to have exited the group chat altogether. But fear not, in Putin's Russia, economic woes are just Western propaganda, and breadlines are quaint opportunities for socializing. Who needs a strong currency, after all, when you can have patriotism served with a side of empty grocery shelves? Meanwhile, state TV will no doubt frame this as another tactical victory. The ruble's resilience lays bare the West's weakness, they claim, while economists worldwide marvel at how one nation can weaponize denial so effectively. Perhaps Putin should mint a new slogan: the weaker the ruble, the stronger our spirit. Tucker Carlson has done it again. The self-proclaimed truth seeker and part-time Putin fan club president has made his grand return to Moscow. This time, he's graced the Kremlin with his presence to interview Sergei Lavrov, Russia's perpetually smug foreign minister, because apparently nothing screams hard-hitting journalism like sipping tea with the mouthpiece of a regime notorious for crushing dissent.
We've been unable to speak to him. So we came back to Moscow yesterday to interview the foreign minister of Russia, Sergei Lavrov, the longest-serving foreign minister in the world. He's been a part of this government for 25 years. He's been in...
Tucker, have you wondered, why is he the longest-serving foreign minister in the world? In democracies, there is this exchange, this revolving door. In autocracies, not really. So there you have it. Anyway, let's unpack Tucker's pearls of wisdom during his latest escapade. First, he reminds us, because we might have forgotten, that Russia has the world's largest nuclear arsenal. Thanks, Tucker, but we were already aware of this, mostly because Putin reminds us of that particular fact every other day. Now, next, he accuses, wait for it, American soldiers of slaughtering Russians right now on Russian soil. What? What's next, Tucker? Martians invading Siberia? Taylor Swift recording a deathcore album? Actually, that would be kind of cool, whereas Tucker Carlson's stuff really isn't. I think Tucker Carlson is like the world's prime purveyor of brain rot. If you listen to him, your brain is at serious risk. And of course, the piece of resistance is his claim that the US embassy in Kiev forbade President Zelensky from granting him an interview. Oh, the tragedy. The world shall forever mourn the lost opportunity for Tucker to play peacemaker while giving Lavrov a friendly pat on the back. Womp womp, I guess. It is almost impressive how effortlessly Carlson straddles the line between obliviousness and willful Kremlin cheerleading. But hey, every regime needs its Western mouthpieces. And Tucker seems to fit the role of Putin's favorite foreign journalist like a glove. Bravo, Tucker. When's the next tea party with the dictator himself? Actually, not tea. This can actually end badly, so no tea, no windows. And even then, if it's Putin, he can still poison you using underpants, I guess. It's happened before. It's been done already. The United Nations Security Council, a stage for global diplomacy, and apparently for Kremlin theatrics. Once again, Russia's spokesclown Dmitry Peskov declares there is no reason for peace talks or a ceasefire with Ukraine, because why would you want to stop a war you're losing? Meanwhile, Russia's envoy to the UN, Vasily Nebenzia, took the opportunity to remind us why irony must be Russia's national sport. Either irony or, again, brain rot.
В условиях интенсивных боевых действий необходимо прилагать максимум усилий для предотвращения атак и актов насилия в отношении этих храбрых людей. Однако решить эту проблему можно только одним способом – путем незамедлительного прекращения огня и поиска политико-дипломатических решений. К этому мы неоднократно призывали и призываем членов Совета в этом зале. Российская Федерация последовательно поддерживает все меры, нацеленные на обеспечение безопасности гуманитарных работников и персонала ООН. Всегда уделяем приоритетное внимание оснащению операций ООН в пользу мира и проведению должной подготовки миротворцев и персонала, выполняющего охранные функции для обеспечения безопасности сотрудников миссии и эффективного выполнения возложенных на них задач. Среди погибших при исполнении своего долга миротворцев есть и россияне. Сожалеем, что виновники гибели в ДРК в марте 2022 года подполковника Алексея Мизюры так и не понесли заслуженное наказание.
So according to Nebenzia, Ukraine apparently masterminded the chaos in Aleppo, Syria, and supplied weapons to militants. Yes, because Kiev clearly had nothing better to do while being invaded than engage in some intercontinental mischief. This bold accusation was followed by threats to both Ukraine and the West, because nothing says responsible permanent member of the Security Council like thinly veiled threats and actual aggression. Of course, China silently nods along, happy to let its partner in obstruction hog the spotlight. Together they continue to transform the UN's lofty ideals into a farcical parody of justice. Who needs peace, democracy or accountability when you can just veto reality itself? So bravo Russia and China for keeping this whole thing alive in New York. People are wondering, what do we need the UN for? It's like one of those memes. How did this thing get here? And you get, a cow on a tree, a car on the rooftop, and Russia on the UN Security Council. And we close with Russia once again showing itself the unrivaled champion of double standards, as their state media breathlessly warn about a hypothetical deployment of British and French troops to Ukraine as ceasefire monitors. They conveniently forget about their shiny new allies from North Korea. Yes, the same North Korea sending troops to help Mother Russia win the special military operation, war obviously, in Ukraine. But don't worry, comrades, that's not foreign interference. That is solidarity. The Kremlin screams Western invasion at the mere mention of NATO peacekeepers, while gleefully rolling out the red carpet for Kim Jong-un's finest. Perhaps North Korea's soldiers are arriving not as combatants, but as cultural ambassadors here to teach Russian troops the ancient art of digging trenches and, of course, dodging sanctions. And let's not forget China, always lurking somewhere in the background, giving silent approval like the passive-aggressive neighbor who offers a fake smile but quietly judges everyone's garden. Together, Russia, North Korea and China are rewriting the playbook on hypocrisy, one propaganda broadcast at a time. And with this, we conclude this episode of Break the Fake. Please stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news and updates.